I can absolutely give you some beginner-friendly analog horror. And all these analog horrors are ones that I've watched, ones that I really enjoy. And I specifically picked ones whose stories were not a Rubik's Cube to decipher. Don't get me wrong, I love those ones too, but it can be a lot for first time viewers. First and foremost, we have Dog Nightmares by Piggy Soda. This one is like genuinely spooky because I remember watching the Wegmans dogs on Sesame Street. It has a very concise story. Essentially, this girl loses her dog and years later she is still trying to find it. Next, we have Children Under the House by the channel Vintage 8. Vintage 8 has a myriad of well done both analog and digital horror. Children Under the House, though, is probably one of the most heartbreaking and also heartwarming analog horrors I've ever watched. I just love kids, so it got me really bad. The story is primarily told through audio logs of a therapist and the drawings of her young patient. Baby girl is dealing with ghosts, and it's a familial drama as well as some true crime elements, and of course you got the supernatural, and there's one scene that made me cry my eyes out. Next is Local 58, which is like the grandfather of the entire genre. The story is a bit more vaguely done in this production, but it was one of the first analog horrors to be found online, and I think everybody should watch it just for that. Next, we have The Winter of '83 by Lynn Cara, which if you have known about Lynn Cara, this was a wild thing to see pop up one day. Essentially, the small town is dealing with some intense snowfall. It's really good. It's really good. There's a little joke at the end, but it's still a damn good piece of analog horror. And finally, Darian Quilly's, who I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right, Vita Carnus. If you want to be scared, this is a good one. The Mimic section scared the living shit out of me because I was living by myself at the time and my house is old and creaky and I ran around making sure all the windows and doors were locked. And thankfully I have a katana in my room. But I hope you check out some of these. I hope you enjoy them. Like I said, these are all from my own personal bias. There's a whole heaping of different analog horror series, but I feel like these are some of the most beginner-friendly ones.